Listen to this podcast now
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Idea Gen Global Podcast with George Sifakis.
I'm George Sifakis. In a world overflowing with noise, there is one forum where the world's smartest voices connect, where visionaries sit at the same table as innovators, and great minds don't just talk, they act.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Welcome back, everybody. So we're going to go through our top 10 sound bites of the weekend. There's so much to work with. I don't even know where to begin. Let's see. Yes, I love doing this. Amy Klobuchar. She is a senator of Minnesota, once ran for president in 2020, endorsed by the New York Times as their candidate of choice, along with Elizabeth Warren. I've never seen that before, where, the paper of record says, well, we're going to endorse two people for the Democratic nomination because we just can't decide between one. Trophy for everybody, I guess. But anyway, Klobuchar was one of those people. And she has been leading the charge in terms of abolishing ICE. I want ICE out of Minneapolis. I want them out of Minnesota. They have no business being here, right? Illegals are great people, and they're all part of the community. Has Amy Klobuchar met Amy Klobuchar from 20 years ago? Because here she is advocating. She sounds just like Donald Trump here. I swear to God. Close your eyes. Change the voice. Trust me, you want to change the voice. And you're going to hear Donald Trump here. This is cut number 2. This is number 10 on the top 10.
What we have people waiting to come in legally. Thousands of people waiting to come in legally to this country, and we have people coming in illegally. That's not right. We need to get order at the border. But we also have to stop giving amnesty to companies that are hiring illegal immigrants.
Ooh, I like this 2006 Amy Klobuchar. She sounds like a Republican. No, forget Republican. Sounds like somebody with common sense. Well, 2006 Amy Klobuchar has not talked to 2026 Amy Klobuchar because now this one wants ICE out of Minneapolis, wants a pathway to citizenship for all illegals in the country. In other words, how did Amish used to put it, has the backbone of a jellyfish. Yes, I think that's what I was looking for. Anyway, Greg Bavino is the head of Border Patrol. And this guy is as serious as a prison fight. Here he is in cut number 3, and this is cut number 9 on our top 10 list of the best cuts of the night. This guy, trust me, I want him on my fantasy football team. I want him on my softball team. He's the type of guy who would take out the catcher, if needed, at the plate, like Pete Rose back in 1970 in the All-Star game. This guy will run over anybody to protect those in this country. Here he is in cut 3. You'll see what I mean. Go.
If there's an investigation going on and you have not concluded, isn't it possible this was a bad shooting? Or have you already concluded for yourself that this was justified?
I've not concluded anything. I've not given you a conclusion. But what I do know,
it's a bad shooting.
What I do know is this individual was on that scene several minutes before that shooting, interfering with a lawful, legal, ethical law enforcement operation to arrest Jose Huerta Chuma. And again, it's back to choices. We just talked about choices. When someone makes the choice to come into an active law enforcement scene, interfere, obstruct, delay, or assault law enforcement officers, and they bring a weapon to do that, that is a choice that individual made.
Thank you. Thank you, Greg Bavino. That is a choice that individual made. Again, think of this. Let's say you're really against something and you want to protest. That's fine. Like, we're all for that. All good. It's what America was built on. Boston Tea Party started there, and ever since then, all great things, especially during Vietnam, which was a very unjust war. I get it completely and totally. Jose Huerta Chuma is a guy who was at least Border Patrol / ICE was trying to arrest because he had beaten his wife and several other women to a pulp. He also was driving without a driver's license, which you say, well, that's no big deal, Joe, except the problem is that if you don't understand English, we have had multiple incidents of innocent Americans being killed by people who were driving in the United States who did not understand the signs and therefore went through them and killed people. So yeah, that is a very big deal as well. This person also has been charged with battery, which against not women, but in general in terms of trying to, steal things and therefore beat the person he was trying to steal from. In other words, a very bad person, which you don't hear in any of the media reports around this particular arrest that was attempted before Alex Preddy decided to jump in with a loaded handgun and then this is the part, again, I think is everything. When you walk in with 2 rounds of ammunition, 51 bullets, magazines on you, what were you thinking at that point when you approached these federal agents? Why would you need that on you? You knew you had it on you. And then I'm reading today that his family said, well, yeah, while he was licensed to carry a gun, he never actually did. So why this day at that time in that place? It's a very, very fair question that we're asking here.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.